Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming this makeup look for you. This is like a beautiful gold spotlight smoky eye makeup look, and I was wearing this, if you're not aware, this is the makeup that I was wearing in my summer perfumes for women video, and a few of you guys wanted me to film this, and this is actually a funny story because I've already filmed this video. This is already on my channel, not exactly using the same products, it's very similar, but it's right at the beginning of my channel, so I kind of don't want you guys to go and watch it. Don't go watch that. Don't go watch that video. If you want to actually see, it's probably a good idea. If you guys want to see what my skin used to look like, maybe it's good for you guys to go out to the beginning of my channel and then you can see what it looks like now. Anyway, so I wanted to film it again because you guys really wanted to see it. And I love this makeup look. This is like when I want to do something, a little bit more different, a little bit more unique, a little bit more special, I do this makeup look. I wore this to a festival last year. This is like my sort of crazy, cool kind of makeup. I know it's a pretty wearable look in my opinion. You can wear this one to dinner, to an event, to a birthday. Like, I think it's quite a wearable look, but it's my unique, different look. Like, I wore it to a festival last year. Like I said, I wore it to Groove in the Moo, GTM, whatever you want to call it. So many people complimented my makeup look that day because I think it's really pretty. I think it's really awesome and how glowy. It's obviously very glowy and very gold, which I love because these are my tones. These are the tones that I like to stick within. I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please follow me on Instagram. It is at demirawling. I always laugh when I say that because I sound like such an infomercial for myself, but I don't care. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and I will see you soon. Bye. You totally look bald, but I promise I'm not. Okay, so I've obviously already got my brows on and I've concealed my lids. You guys, it's been forever since I filmed a makeup tutorial, so I feel really weird. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is just quickly grab the Viseart palette and just take the white. I'm just gonna go ahead and just set down my lid. It's actually 12 AM right now, you guys. My sleeping has been so much better, but today I really wanted to get some videos done because I've had a bit of a slow week. Still feeling really good, still feeling positive, but it's just been one of those weeks that's like, just been not very productive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been a week that I wish I got more done, but I didn't. My sleeping has been so much better, but today I just, I really wanted to get some videos done, so that's why I'm filming late. I had a coffee, I'm fueled, and I'm ready. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is quickly dip into my palette right here. I'm just gonna grab this shade right here. It's called Makeup Geek Beaches and Cream. It's kind of like peach smoothie, but a little bit lighter. I'm just gonna take some of that on my MAC 224 and just kind of fluff that above the crease area, just really lightly. This makeup look is actually a lot more simple than what it looks like, which is kind of cool. So I think it'll be kind of easy for you guys to recreate, which is good. So literally the next step is just straight on jumping into the darker colors. So what I'm gonna do is grab my Sigma E45. I'm gonna dip back into my palette. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and mix these two colors together. This is MAC Embark. It's MAC Embark and MAC Ground Brown. So I'm going to take that, like I said, on my E45. What I'm going to do is, you'll see, but I'm going to focus it on the outer corner, define the shape, but I'm also going to go ahead and apply some to the inner. You will see what I'm doing. Just go really light-handed because we are going straight in with the dark colors, like it's pretty full on. Make sure that you go quite light-handed and just kind of slowly build it up. Okay, so like I said, just kind of starting by squishing it into the lash line. Woohoo! Kind of fluffing it up into the crease as well, just a little bit there, just on the outer. And I always say this, but kind of use your lower lash line as a guide. Okay, so now that we have that laid down, I'm quickly going to just go back in with the MAC 224 and just quickly put a little bit of Beaches and Cream on the brush and just kind of start to lightly blend above there. Because like I said, it's always a little bit more tricky when you go straight in with a dark color. So just make sure that you kind of build it up slowly and you also remember to just keep blending. Like I said, I'm also going to go ahead and apply some to the inner here. Pretty much repeating the exact same on the outside, but doing it on the inner. Okay, so going in with the exact same shades, I'm just going to start to apply it to the lash line a little bit and then fluff it into the crease. Okay, and then to blend out that area, I'm taking a much smaller blending brush. This is the MAC 221 with no product on it, and I'm just gonna kind of just make sure that that looks nice and blended in there. And I'm also gonna go ahead and just reapply a little bit, just kind of focusing it right down lower, just because we did lose a little bit of that color there. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is grab my MAC 242, and I'm gonna take this shade right here. This is Makeup Geek Foiled Eyeshadow in Magic Act, and as you can see, I use that one all the time. This is my ultimate favorite gold shade for the lid. It's the most beautiful bright gold. So like I said, I'm going to grab my MAC 242. I'm going to wet it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and apply that to the center of the lid. I'm also going to take it up to probably just stopping below the crease. So the next thing that I'm gonna do, you guys don't have to do this, but when I did this look for the first time, I did it and I was like, oh my god. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Charlotte Tilbury's Bar of Gold, literally just take it on my finger and just pop that. Just pop it. Do you see that? Do you see it? I hope that the camera is picking up how cool it looks, but I'm literally going to just in the center there, just kind of dab it on. Dab. I hate that I just did that. Okay, so now for the lashes, I'm quickly going to go ahead and give them a quick coat with the Covergirl Peacock Flare. You guys know how I feel about this one. I love it so much. And then I'm going to go ahead with the Eyelure Lashes. I can't remember what style these ones are, but they're a very kind of fluffy kind of lash. I don't know what to say. They're really nice and I wear them all the time. Okay, so while my lashes are setting in place, the glue's still a little bit wet, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my skin. I'm gonna introduce you guys to my new favorite foundation combination. New favorite foundation combination, let's get that right, of all time at the moment. Like, I've been doing this every time I want to do my foundation, which is not much at the moment. I don't really want to wear makeup. Anyway, this is my go-to. Now, I know you've probably seen this combination before, but what I actually do is mix them all together on the back of my hand. Okay, so first of all, what I do is just pump 2 pumps of the primer. I pump a little bit, probably the least amount, of the L'Oreal Infallible, just kind of squeeze a little out. And then we put a little dash of the MAC Studio, wait, what is it called again? Face and Body, that's it, MAC Face and Body. Then I mix it up like a little cocktail on the back of my hand and apply it, and oh my god, you guys, like, it just looks it looks really beautiful and very skin-like, very natural and just amazing. I haven't really been wanting to do like a full matte beat for ages, and I don't intend to, so this has been like my favorite foundation combination. Okay, so what I do is just go ahead and dot that onto my face. Okay, and then using my beauty blender and just kind of blending all of that in. And you'll see, guys, it looks so beautiful, very natural, but it still gives coverage. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is do my concealer. I'm just going to quickly go ahead with the Peripera Ink Corrector first and just kind of correct my under eye. Just a little bit. I love how I always, in all of my videos, I'm like, just a little bit, and it's like a lot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead over the top with some concealer. I talk about this all the time, and I hope that you guys have got it. I hope that you trusted me, and I hope that you freaking bought this concealer, because it is the best concealer in the entire world. And if you haven't bought it yet, what on earth are you doing? This is the Saem, by the brand is called the Saem. It's a Korean brand, and this is the Cover Perfection Tip Concealer. It is the most incredible concealer in the entire world. I'm gonna say it's better than Tarte Shape Tape. It's very full coverage. It's more of like a natural dewy sort of concealer. It doesn't go matte or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of that to my under eye, and also to my nose as well. For some more coverage. Then also some to my chin. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and set my nose, just my nose. I don't set any of the rest of my face, only my nose with the RCMA no color powder, just because that's probably like the only area, to be honest, that I get kind of greasy if I don't set my makeup. The only place that tends to get a little bit greasy is my nose and sometimes just like the center of my forehead. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of the RCMA and just kind of set my nose. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is grab my Sigma E15 and I'm gonna take the two dark shades that I use. This is MAC Embark and MAC Ground Brown once again, and I'm just gonna go ahead, literally repeat what we did on the top, but on the bottom. So I'm gonna apply it to the outer of my lower lash line and also the inner, leaving the center of my lash line blank, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is obviously go ahead and blend that out. I'm just gonna grab a pencil brush with a little bit, I actually think I'm gonna grab this shade right here called Swiss Chocolate by MAC. I'm gonna put a little bit of that, I'm gonna put a little bit of that on my brush and just start to kind of blend out my lower lash line a little. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is grab my finger again. I'm gonna grab my ring finger, dip into Magic Act, the gold that we used, and literally just go like this. I'm also gonna go ahead and really kind of lightly drag it down a little. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and take this tiny little brush with a little bit of the shade on, just so I can more precisely drag it down. It's not so messy. And then also just taking the pencil brush again, and just kind of blending out those edges. That's better. Okay, and then I'm also gonna go ahead and dip back into the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold. And this is my MAC 228, and what I'm gonna do is go ahead and obviously, what have I forgotten, guys? What is missing? I need to highlight my inner corner, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also gonna touch it a little bit under the brow bone as well. So moving back to the skin, the first thing that I'm going to do is grab the Chanel Soleil Tande Chanel bronzer. I almost forgot what that was called. I'm just going to grab a little bit of that on my beauty blender, and I always just like to go dip straight into it. And what I'm going to do with that is just basically, you guys know, bronze up the skin. I'm just going to go ahead, ooh, honey, and bronze up the skin with that. And then also taking some of that on the forehead as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead with the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. I'm not going to contour any of my face, I just want to contour my nose because, well, that's what I do. You guys know this. Okay, so now for blush, I'm going to go ahead and grab MAC Peaches. I'm going to take that on my MAC 168 and just apply some of that to my cheekies. Oh, dang, I forgot how pigmented this one is. I've been kind of really into blush at the moment. I mean, not this much, I'm going to tone it down a little, but like I've really been loving blush, which is weird because I usually hate blush, but I'm really liking it. But I always blend it out. Like for me, like I could never wear blush like this. I have to go ahead and just kind of blend it into my skin a little more. Finally for highlight, this one was hard because I have so many like gold highlights that I love, and it was hard, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply one of my favorites. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold, but I am gonna go ahead and mix it with the MAC Oh Darling. So I'm gonna mix these two together. It's blinding. Like this will kind of knock everyone out around you. If you wear this, you will get stares because it's that intense. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix them together and apply them. Do you see that? If you want to be noticed, if you want to be stared at, if you want to be asked questions, this is the highlight to wear. Absolutely. And I'm also going to take some of that on my forehead as well. Why not? Okay, so now what I do is obviously go and blend most of that out with my beauty blender because, hello, I look insane right now. So I quickly go ahead and wet it with my Aven thermal spring water, which, trust me, is like better than Fix Plus. Like, this stuff is better than Fix Plus. It is amazing. So I'm just gonna wet my beauty blender a bit with that. And then go ahead and blend out my highlight. Finally, for the lips, I'm going to go ahead and overdraw my lips with MAC Stripdown, and then I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury. This is my only Charlotte Tilbury lipstick that I own, and I love it and I cherish it. I don't talk about it that much because it's so expensive. This was like more than my rent. Like, that's how expensive this lipstick is. This is the Kim KW and I love it so much, so I'm going to go ahead and use these two together.
Can you focus on